Does this look familiar to anybody? I'm cooking down beef fat, beef lard, tallow, however you want to call it. I was making chili yesterday, the pressure can, and we cooked over 8 pounds of hamburger, and there was a lot of grease, and I didn't want this in my chili, so we cooked the meat just to the point it was done, got the grease out of it, squeezed it, put it in a bowl in the refrigerator, and got it cold, and the grease and the other liquid separate. The grease will float to the top and solidify. This is what was floated to the top. I scooped it off, put it in this pan, and I'm heating it up. I'm going to heat some jars in the oven while I'm heating the oil up. When it gets good and warm and I don't see no steam, I'm going to can it. I'm going to put it into a hot jar with a warm lid and screw the lid down tight and let it sit. It's usually hot enough, it'll seal itself off, but we'll do that next. Well, here's the second half. I put this on the stove. Yeah, it's still hot, it's bubbling. Make sure there was no moisture in it, it didn't steam. I guess putting it in the refrigerator did take a lot of the moisture out of it. We're going to can it right quick while it's warm. I am going to strain it a little bit. I don't want all that junk, it's still in it. Jars was good and hot. I had them in the oven. Yeah, I put a towel down because I'm messy. Miss Cindy was in here, she'd tell you I'm a messy person. I'm good at making a mess. Wasn't hardly what I expected, but I expected a little more, but I thought it'd be hot enough to seal. I had the jars in the oven. They're so mighty warm. The warm lid. Got them down good. I guess you can see that. Right, there we go. It's got a yellow tint to it. When it cools off, it'll turn white and it'll get thick. I'll just show you here in a few minutes. I'll turn the camera off when it cools off. I'll show you the finished product. But over 8 pounds of ground beef made almost 2 pints of beef fat or beef tallow. It'll store for months. I don't know how long because we use it. We use the pork fat and the beef. We usually make lard or make tallow. I use it for cooking. Some people say, no, you're not supposed to do that with store-bought meat. Well, if you buy the store-bought meat and you eat the store-bought meat, what's wrong with using the grease off of it? I didn't have that kind of. I don't have cows and don't have any fresh hamburger meat, so I went to the store and bought it. But I don't see no difference in eating the. If you eat the meat, you're gonna throw out the grease. I'm gonna keep it. I don't see no difference. I'll show you the cooled off product. Well, here you go. That's beef fat, beef tallow, beef lard, however you want to put it. You don't hear no light. It does have a different color to it. It ain't pure white. It does get more of a white color as it gets cooler. I don't know how long it keeps because we usually don't have that much of it and we use it up. So it don't really have much flavor to it. It might have a little smell of it, of beef. As far as flavor, it has no real taste. Kind of like pork, you make lard. If you don't cook it too hard, you don't brown it or burn it or singe it, however you want to put it. You don't have the wrong pieces in it. Get the good clean fat. It don't really have a flavor, but it's something you can use instead of throwing it away. Y'all have a good week. God bless.